I can't stop thinking about this game. It took me 26 hours and 42 minutes in one playthrough to get every achievement and finish the game back in July of 2024. It's now exactly 1 year later, and I still think about this game at least once a week. Now, you might be wondering why this game stuck with me for so long, and for me, it's because Subnautica is willing to make me feel something that modern games are too scared to attempt. Isolated. Not lonely, but alone. It's just you, the ocean, and whatever's watching you just out of sight. The feeling that naturally comes from this is fear. It's not the kind that jump scares you. No, it's the kind that sits with you. The type of fear that creeps in when you realize no matter how much gear you've got, no matter how deep you've gone, you're not the top of the food chain. You're not even close. That feeling hits especially hard the moment you leave the safe shallows. Up there, the sun shines through the water like a warm blanket, and the fish are colorful, plentiful, and you can see everything around you, and life just feels manageable. But swim a little further, dive a little bit deeper, and that comfort slips away. The ocean gets darker, colder, quieter, until you hear something. You don't know what, you don't know where, but it's massive, and it's moving. Thankfully though, it's not all dread. Subnautica is also a game about progress, discovery, and adaptation, because you literally start with nothing. You wake up in a broken escape pod, armed with a fire extinguisher and a crafting table. That's it. But hour by hour, you build something incredible. Your first base, a sea moth, a prawn suit, and even a cyclops if you look in the right places. Every blueprint you unlock feels like a step closer to survival. Every dive into the unknown, an experience to learn or grow from. You get stronger and braver as the time goes on, and that right there is something special. And the growth isn't just mechanical either. It's emotional. Because the longer you stay in this world, the more it starts to feel real. What blew my mind was how immersive it all felt. Not just playing a game, but living in it. It's one of the few games where I'd take breaks, not because I was bored, but because I needed to bring my heart rate back down. And a lot of that comes down to the sound design. Subnautica's audio is a character in itself. The ocean doesn't just look alive, it sounds alive. There is background music, but not in the way most games do it, because there's no sweeping orchestra or cinematic score. Most of the time, all you really hear is the world itself. The churn of water, distant creature calls, and the hum of something massive just out of reach. But when the music does kick in, it doesn't tell you what to feel, it amplifies what you're already feeling. Deep pulses, airy synths, notes that echo like sonar through the water. When you're calm in the shallows, it hums gently alongside you. When you're lost in the Grand Reef with a quarter of oxygen and no sea moth in sight, the music fades, and all you hear is your own breathing. And we can't talk about sound without mentioning the scariest sound in the game. I know everybody was waiting for this, so here it is. The Leviathans. Specifically, the Reaper Leviathan. I would say they don't need to be scary looking, but for some reason they kind of are. Along with the fact that you hear them well before you ever see them, scares the daylights out of me. Reaper Leviathans are a take on the real-life oarfish, but on steroids. Along with the fact that Reapers see with echolocation means when you hear them, they see you. It's a low rumble into a warped kind of roar that feels like it's echoing down your spine. It sticks with you. The first time I heard a Reaper scream from God knows where, I paused the game and walked away. That's how effective the audio is. But of course, there's more to Subnautica than just fear and survival. There's also a story. And I won't spoil it because honestly you deserve to experience it for yourself. But I'll give you this. You play as Riley Robinson, a guy who crash lands on an alien ocean planet and has to scrape together whatever he can find to survive and maybe, just maybe, escape. But this world, it's not just pretty fish and coral. There's signs of something more, something older. Subnautica starts off feeling like a survival game with a cool sci-fi twist, but if you're paying attention and you're willing to dive a little bit deeper, you'll realize you're not the first one here. The deeper you go, the stranger things get. There's a story hidden in the dark, told through the wreckage, ruins, and remnants of a civilization that came long before you. The game never hands you answers, it just keeps whispering questions. And if you want to know what happened like I did, the game makes you earn it. And I think that's why I still think about this game a whole year later. Subnautica doesn't just leave an impression, it leaves a mark. It's not perfect, it's not for everyone, but for me, I feel like it's a once-in-a-generation kind of experience. A game that lets you feel small, and yet lets you carve out your place in something massive. It's not about conquering the world, it's about surviving it, understanding it, And by golly, you'll respect it. And maybe that's why I keep coming back to it in my head. Not because it scared me, but because it made me feel something. And sometimes that's all a game needs to do. Thanks for watching.